So there's this new movie out, okay? Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis. Coppola, of course, being the esteemed director of films such as this. So the movie is... it's too weird to do a normal review. I feel like so many people who do these kinds of videos, it's just like second nature to watch a movie, go back home, write a script, and tell people, so I just watched the new Megalopolis movie and it's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. Or the best. It's alright. I spit. And let me tell you, I'm not one who really likes to chase trends, I guess. But also I do have this passion for film critique. I have a whole letterbox that proves that. Yeah, I'm on Letterboxd. I know movies. I've seen, the Smurfs. Yeah, take that, liberal. But if there's another thing I'm really passionate about, it's art. I love this stuff. And another thing I've seen with art online is the addition of speed paint videos. There's a lot of these. I've done a couple on TikTok and I've done alright. They've done fairly well. So rather than sucking up to the algorithm and doing a regular review, I want to do this. What if I combine the review portion of insert name here with a speed paint of that film? I feel like that would be a fair assessment considering the film we're working with here. This is not an easy film to review or talk about. I wrote a couple notes in the empty theater where I resided. Well, it's got a couple things, and I hope you don't mind if this is a little short. Shakespearean quotes, operatic drunk singing, desert office, QR code auction, invisible dress, Lawrence Fishburne narrator, wow platinum, city casino, a sixth grader, getting cancelled, love wins, sex, drugs, and Megalon. I think that sums up the film right there. So, consider these first impressions, but I'm lost on this movie. Or rather, this film was lost on me. So first and foremost, the story. What is the story of this? I've already forgot. Okay, this guy Caesar is the mayor of New Rome, and he wants to build this empire called Megalopolis. And to do that, he's gotta, like, basically tear down the old society. The whole thing about it is, like, you can't let the now destroy the forever, you can't let the forever destroy the now, you can't be stuck in the past. But there is this dilemma that Caesar is still stuck in this past. He misses his wife, he misses, well, a lot of things, really. There's a lot of commentary in regards to the status quo. I'm gonna read this. Regressive status quo, perpetuating greed, special interest, and partisan warfare. I don't know, whatever this film is doing, it's really dedicated to it, I'll give it that. There's a lot of stuff in this movie, sometimes too much. And I don't know if it's supposed to be stupid or it's supposed to be serious. The first 2 quarters, I was like, okay, yeah, I think it knows that it's kind of doing this on purpose. But by the end, it's like, dude, what are you doing? I gotta be honest, the last act of the movie really tuckered me out by the end. Because at that point, you're just like, okay, what else is gonna go on? Oh, that's it? Alright, I'll give you that. And I think part of it might be blamed on the world building. This is balls, dude. I was talking to my friends about this, and the most, I guess, enlightening comparison I can make is The Boy and the Heron. That too is like overloaded with concepts. It's basically like the culmination of Miyazaki's filmmaking techniques, stories, etc. But the difference with The Boy and the Heron is that it takes a lot longer to get overwhelming. I think in the last 10 minutes they get overwhelming. As for Mega Man, yeah, no, it lost the plot. About half an hour to an hour into it, that's where it starts to lose itself. There's just a lot going on. It's as if nothing really matters in the grand scheme of things. But then again, I think that might be the point of the movie. You're not in this to expect a part 2. You're in this for a full thing. It doesn't excuse the pacing, but it excuses itself almost. But I'll give it this, there was a lot to keep me invested in the whole thing. But by the 90-minute mark, I was just like, okay, we get it, that's enough. In my eyes, there's just like too much going on, too many concepts at once. It's a nightmare, it's really overbearing. It's not a bad thing, it's a really central theme to the film. I just didn't really jive with it for the most part. If there's one thing I can give it, it's visuals. Look at this, dude. Oh my god. There are so many scenes in this movie where I could just go like, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Like audibly, dude. This is a really dense movie. There's not that many movies like it, let alone modern films. I mean, the existence of this movie alone is fascinating. Like, you know how movies start off with the trailers for other movies that you don't want to see? Just like comparing this movie to what they previewed it's like looking at day and night. Like, Red One. Who in their right mind is going to see this movie?
We got snowmen!
There's a way I can describe the pacing, the overall, like, oomph of the movie. It's like Tony getting shot at the Copacabana. And for the most part, it treats itself super, super seriously. Like, this is what Francis Ford Coppola is making. I think a lot of people are going into this movie just to riff on it, hate on it. And believe me, I was that guy. I saw articles saying how it was the biggest flop ever made or something. Dude, look at the Letterboxd range. Have you seen an audience score that looks like this? There's a lot of strong opinions about this movie. So basically, you can argue that no opinion is wrong. And with that being said, I already finished the speed paint. This puts me in an awkward spot. I can't just show footage. I gotta do something else, right? I could get away with drawing something else, right? Yeah, I'll do it. Well, there is one wrong way to go into it. And again, that's going into this movie expecting it to be bad. Because once you do that, you're gonna cloud yourself with all these raging thoughts, like, why did they do this? Why is there a hand coming for the moon? Is this drag queen story hour? It's like, shut up, dude, just watch the movie. Let it sit with you for the next 2 hours. Sometimes I go back to this old Nostalgia Critic review of the Felix the Cat movie from the 80s. This movie is also really, really weird. It's not as dense as Megalopolis, but you can tell there's just a lot going on. So at this point, we're in this world full of monsters that, frankly, I don't really care for. But of all the things he talks about, it's this specific part that sets him off.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Enjoy the show.
He paid with wrenches?
Why would he pay with wrenches? It makes no sense! I'm trying, movie. I'm really trying to understand you, but you just don't have. Oh!
You see, that's the thing I want to avoid while talking about a movie like this. You can kind of forgive this clip, it's a Nostalgia Critic. It's meant to be this hammy cartoon character in real life. No, what I'm worried about is these CinemaSins type of people. The type that just scoff at every shot ever made. Because it's not logical, it doesn't make sense, there's no meaning behind it. And you could probably argue that CinemaSins, again, is playing up a character. First off, no he's not. Second, these type of people exist, and there's tons of them. That's why you can't go into this movie with hate. Or love, really. This isn't a bold message, it's not even misguided. At worst, it's the ramblings of a madman who just did not stop writing. He is adamant about this movie. He is adamant about getting it done no matter what. No amount of controversy or distributor problem is gonna tear this movie down. And in some ways, it should've. This movie had everything going against it. And some of these things, I can't forgive them. But now that this movie is out, I mean, what can he really do about it? You know what I think? I think this movie's gonna live forever. I think this is gonna be another Room or Rocky Horror or insert name here. This is gonna go down in history, dude. Not to mention, this movie's funny. I'll say that right there. It's a really funny movie. You know what? Maybe that's what Coppola wanted. Probably not the comparisons to The Room or Plan 9, but something that'll, again, go down in history. His name is all over this. He knows he's got something down. And maybe he knows it's gonna lose him a lot of money, but for the most part, he wins. If you try to argue about the quality of his work, he wins. If you try to suggest that maybe he should hire another writer, he wins. If you try to paint him as a scumbag who should never, frankly, be around women, well, no, he's not gonna win that. He's a scumbag. But against a sea of big budget movies that just do not try to innovate whatsoever, he's got people talking. I don't know, what's my point? I think I got it. You need to see this. You really need to see what's going on here. Again, the existence of it, the fact that it's happening at all, the fact that I saw this in a theater, an AMC theater, It's fascinating. It's really fascinating to see happen. It's like in that own little category of films where the filmmaker's just like, eh, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Babylon, Beau is Afraid, Boy and the Heron. I guess Come and See, now that I think about it. You ever see that film, Come and See? Okay, so the guy who made it, this was his last film. Not because he, like, died after, but because he was like, dude, I can't top this, I'm done. And I think that's what Coppola might be doing here. I don't know, I'm gonna think about this movie for a long, long while. It's still gonna be really hard to recommend, but I guess it's worth seeing at least once. Maybe I'll see this again on my iPhone, but you know. Anyway, how's the speed paint doing? Okay, not bad. It's just gonna add a couple of things here and there. Yeah, over there. Alright, done, perfect. I've never really done something like this before, so let me know if you want more of it, let me know if you hate it, and if you like the art I make, please make sure to follow me online. I am doing commissions, they're fairly cheap for what I do, so if that sounds like your kind of thing, go on my Ko-Fi or something. Basically everything I've been doing has been really experimental for the most part. So if you like what I do, drop a comment below, tell me what I should do, tell me if I should like eat bugs. I could probably do that, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go eat bugs, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go over there. Wow, those look really tasty.
Say alright. Say oh yeah. What you gonna do? I gotta believe.
You know, it's funny, right? You look at all these characters like this man right here, you know him. He plays the role of Claudio Pulcher, but also that character belongs to this lady right here.